That's something I've always been concerned about in life. It's worse in a context like streaming, but even in person, I'm always so concerned that something I say will be completely misread or misunderstood. I'm quite a sarcastic person. Surprise, surprise, I know. So I do feel like a lot of the times I worry that I'll just find a person that is completely unfamiliar with sarcasm and fall flat on my face, and I'll look like the idiot. So that also kind of implies that normally they would look like an idiot, but I also like to try and use sarcasm in a less than mean way, because it's so easy to rely on sarcasm to like try and make fun of someone, and that's not a good time. Instead, you should use clever and wit, a sharp-bladed tongue, a whip, and a crack to achieve the same thing, right? Because hey, that's the rule. You can be a bit of an a-hole, but if you're clever as well, then no one will ever complain. That's the rule that we learned from watching Iron Man. Not Robert Downey Jr., but Iron Man. Is you can be a horrible person and no one will care if you're just kind of clever and cool. I feel like we're getting dark here at the end. That's almost too real, that joke. So instead, let's just focus on absolutely murdering this invasive species that has been added to the Australian continent. I believe that's where cane toads originally came from, and they just completely and utterly took over the entire country. Because they're just so pervasive. I'm surprised I didn't actually die there. This is probably not my best move. It was cool though, I will admit. I mean, it's pretty easy to admit because I'm complimenting myself, but I will admit, pretty badass if you ask me. All right, let's get back on the road. It's also funny, I generally don't really swear on stream too much, but I was thinking the other day that technically, if I wanted to still be able to say that my stream has like a PG rating, I'm pretty sure in television or film, with a PG rating, you're allowed one like serious swear, one F-bomb per movie, per like 2.5 hours. So I don't think I'll be taking advantage of this fact. But it was just like kind of a silly thing that I realized the other day because I was actually listening to a podcast where they were talking about the fact that the Lord of the Rings movies are PG. So that means you're allowed one F-bomb. In each movie, I should say. So where do you put it? And it's a fun little exercise to put into play with any PG movie that is like very much meant to be a bit more on the like family-friendly side of things. They're allowed one F-bomb. So you can put it into some wacky and weird places. And try and come up with the most creative use for it. Okie dokie, let's keep going through the layer here, shall we? Playing one-handed, always slightly dangerous, and I'm gonna accidentally do something incredibly stupid, but these are the sacrifices we make to sip while we play. Stay hydrated, always important. Let's get a little stretch before we finish off these wolves here, as we continue to do what I've already proclaimed as a stupid mistake, and try and fight them all in one fell swoop. And here we go. So if we take a quick peek, actually, let's take a look. 3d 15 damage is incredible for how easily this spell is learned early on. So that's why it can hopefully kill an 8-headed Hydra. I do not have teleport. I'm in a bit of a dead end. These things are all true. Oh, I do have one teleport. Never mind. Never doubted my brain. Let's just kill an 8-headed Hydra, shall we? It's that easy. And that, my friends, is why one little LRD is all you need to kill every Hydra you ain't ever did see. Ooh. There's a gauntlet here. Interesting. We have invisibility, so we might actually be able to take down the Minotaur. It's going to be scary. But we have invisibility. We have Lig if we want some extra HP and AC. We have haste. Yeah, I think I can kill a Minotaur. Oh, geez, let's not walk towards an 8-headed Hydra. Goodbye, friend. I'm gonna find a different stairwell real quick. And have to enable at least one skill, of course. Thank you, game, for never letting me forget it. I'll probably actually train conjurations even more, since that's going fairly well for us at the moment. Spellcasting could come back on the table, I guess. Even just to bring it to like 12 or something. That'll be pretty fast with the +3 aptitude, so not too shabby in that regard. And what else? We could train some staves, could train some armor, and potentially be swapping up sometime in the relatively near future, maybe. See what we end up getting in terms of equipment as we go. Can't be too hasty with the decision making, but ooh, Curari, don't mind if I do. Please, oh, never mind. I was about to say, please give me some kind of note as to how close we are. It's right there, folks. So let's do this, shall we? Get exploring Montfrere. Ooh, some gloves. Not bad, especially since I hate that corrosion-based room up above. Oof. Shapeshifter room. Oh, game. That's kind of scary. Oh, how you tease. That could be the worst, most terrifying experience we ever encounter, or the easiest. Especially since, ooh, it's attached to the corrosive one that does scare me with a passion. So what have we got here? Ring of Evasion, but Condenser Vein cannot be understated, or cannot be overstated, I should say. What the heck was in this room? A ghost crab? We have a ring of positive energy at least. You're immune to poison, which kind of sucks. Could hope that the Condenser Vein gives us what we want. Because honestly, as much as we get 4 chambers this other way, I'm not too impressed. 2 artifact rings? Okay, never mind. I take back what I just said. I kind of want that. Are there 3 options, each consistent of 2 rooms? So no, so actually in this situation there are 2 options. We have the short and sweet, or the marathon. So we have to decide if we're up to the task of taking care of this one. This room alone terrifies me. 3 acid flingers, no cover whatsoever. Not great, shall we say. Actually, we do have acid dragon scales at least. If I put this on, how does that do? Spells are doing just fine. Oh, game. Why are you doing this to me? Why do you tempt me so? Nethack could hurt real bad. Could put us below 0 strength. Been there, done that. Could mutate us to heck, but 2 artifact rings or 1 condenser vein. They don't see invisible, for which the corrosive buddies here. Let's take a peek, shall we? No, and definitely no for the acid dragon, I'm pretty sure. Nethack, if you were talking about them, also no, actually. I want to save one of those invisibility potions, probably for taking care of the Minotaur, but we can get lightning resistance with the Staff of Air. This becomes the scariest room, probably. The rest we can ideally kill relatively quickly, but never knowing what you're gonna get. You meant the corrosion one? Yeah. But hey, turns out the answer, no matter what, is just correct. You are right. None of them see invisible, so that's great. We could hope that none of these buddies turn into something that can see invisible. Then we actually might be okay. We just blast everything here with fulminant prisms and IMB. Quickly pick up, move on, try and stay invisible for like 4 rooms if possible, but that might be stretching it. again, I will say, my personal love affair that I have with Condenser Vein makes even the premise of not going for this easier route unbearable, but I think I got to. I really want those artifact rings. Is Nekuxik even challenging? Probably shouldn't be. If we get unlucky, it's a lot of malmutations. This brain feed is also pretty rough, just because we really don't have... Oh, wait, no, just intelligence? Never mind. Ignore me. I'm good here. Still not great. We don't want to lose intelligence, don't get me wrong, but I thought this was actually a full stat drain that could hit any of the three, which was what scared me. So no. No, it shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be doesn't always match up with won't be, but that's not bad. You had pretty good condenser clouds in your third win. Oh, it can be life or death. It's such a fantastic ability. But let's do this. As much as I never thought I'd see the day, I think this is our best option. Everyone should get blasted, and you're dead, son. Besides, maybe this is an acquirement scroll for all we know. The Etzen Woist scroll. And what have we got? I mean, strength plus 5 could be really nice if we get into that collapsed state. If we lose what little strength we have, could be nice. Positive energy, always appreciated. That'll help us with the ghost crab. Oh, okay, we can go safely through this. What are all you right now? Oh, yes, that's beautiful. That's terrifying. 40 damage each. 73 health. Not great. Not great. Especially since, oh, you harpoon us in and then we... Oh, no. That's not okay with me. In fact, this Eden... Please. Please, sir. I beg you. Oh, no. That's so much worse. Stop that. Zot, you're not coming anytime soon, right? No? Cool. Okay, 2 of you. What does this do? Poison? No. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna wait it out just a wee bit here. Queen Bee, I'm definitely happy with. Bunyip. Kind of terrifying, but potentially manageable. Oh gosh, I don't know about that actually. It's funny. Hit 2 times for 40 damage each, no problem. 3 times for 40 damage, I think I can manage that, I say. These regular or shimmering, I could not tell you. Yeah, I'm not sure off the top of my head here, but all I know is the sound it makes when we take a shapeshifter's life. So, could go invisible now. Wait, why did I think... Ghost Crab was this route. Why am I dumb? We don't deal with Ghost Crabs over here. Silly old me. The issue with Bunyips is that they're fast, so I think we have to change it. Okay, now's our shot. Now's our chance. Definitely bring this in. This probably gets blown up prematurely, but if it doesn't, then I'm very happy. You're not immune to acid, despite the fact that you sling it, so let's do this real quick. Then everyone blows up. Oh my gosh, absolute carnage. Oh no. Well, that was awesome. Shimmering ones are super scary. Definitely are. Yeah. No, I couldn't tell you what they look like, but when I see them, I know to be scared at the very least. But this is not bad. Wizardry and resistance to poison is fantastic for where we're at in the game. Definitely love to see it. We have no ID scrolls, hey? I made the classic blunder of not emptying my inventory before coming in, but that's fine. Yeah, and the shifting more quickly just means that they're constantly resetting their health values a little bit, and it can be really hard to kill them, especially If you have a very like niche set of resistances, that quick shifting between for a glowing shapeshifter is so brutal, because it can go from no problems whatsoever to nightmare scenario to no problems to nightmare, all within the course of like 3 turns. But okie dokie. Oh, this is our lightning area. Where are y'all at? Ah, there you are. Do we still have fire resistance on? We do not. Let's change that so the steam doesn't get much of an opportunity to hurt us. And then Raiju. Raiju, wait, you're affected by poison, aren't you? So you're saying I just do one of these. And just so we don't accidentally hit our prism, we can go this way. Fantastic. Is there really only one Raiju? I thought there were 2. Okay, they must have just not overlapped rather, but we saw one over here and then after image effects as we continued to move around here and lost sight with the walls. That makes sense. Regardless, holy moly. We're doing all right here. Doing what this hand axe of draining can go. And one more, right? It's acid time. Okay, this is still potentially going to hurt really bad. Don't get me wrong. Even with the resistances, that's no guarantee that we don't get absolutely destroyed. So we could invisible now. Hope that it lasts long enough to also fight the Minotaur. Could invisibility and haste. Then it's fairly likely that it lasts long enough to make it to the Minotaur. Let's do it. Let's play it safe here. Get some preemptive work, and then one here. One right here. And then, let's see. 27 health on you. 54. Actually, I probably should just kill these sons of guns. They'll die so much more quickly. That does it? It's that easy, folks. Gloves of strength. Oh, I definitely want these. I kind of wanted to carry these gloves out if I'm being honest, so maybe... Do I have any garbage? I probably have garbage I can throw, right? Boomerangs? Don't need them. What else? What else? What else? We have one of these is Potion of Degeneration, but we unfortunately just haven't gone quite enough ID scrolls to have all that sorted. Poison darts can go, and let's... I'd rather keep my invisibility, but be corroded and low on magic. Or... Ah, no, there we go. I'm no longer invisible. Screw it. Let's just heal up fully instead. Fantastic. Gotta keep our stones Colgate for now because Sandblast. Still using this, unfortunately. I guess not as much now that we have IMB and Fulminant, so maybe you're right. It's just nice for Iskandarans to have Sandblast as well. We'll have to see. I might rethink that and come back more on your side, but for now, we're doing pretty well, so let's leave it alone. Definitely put on our new pair of gloves. Beautiful. Artificer's chest piece is replaced with 9 charges of Ice Blast, 1 in trunk. Much more useful. Don't get me wrong, Zom's chest piece, beautiful item. Looks very cool. It's very fun. But we all know it's kind of hot trash. For the most part, it is kind of... I mean, unless you're talking about something else, potentially. But, yeah. I like to use this sometimes, but boys, it's scary each and every time. Maybe I shouldn't say hot trash, because situationally has saved my life, has single-handedly won a fight that was otherwise a loss, but definitely have to keep the caveats in mind there. Do I want to go invisibility right away? Screw it. Please don't have see invisible. You don't. That's good. Please don't sense where I am. Okay, we seem to be getting along so far. Now, Wait, what was your health total at? 78? That's about a Hydra, right? I mean, this worked pretty well. Maybe not because you have such high AC, hey? Whoopsie daisies. So instead, I cannot afford to miscast right now. Please, game. Don't do this to me. Let's blast you back a bit. Still not going ideally, so we really should have corroded you earlier, and then we actually could have gone away with the original strat. Alas, here we are. And now we have no magic, so how about that? 30% chance to disintegrate you. What is the chance of Curare? 77? Let's do that. Wonderful. Not completely fair, if we're being honest with ourselves, but that's exactly how you want these fights to go. Not fair is about as good as it gets. Fantastic. Silver javelins could be useful, but probably won't actually end up using them too much on this character in particular. I guess Ring of Evasion can go for now, and let's see what else we have. I kind of like having a full inventory when you step on the treasure stack here. Because then you can actually kind of sort through with a bit more patience, I guess. I don't know how I was trying to finish that sentence. Didn't really make sense, but basically it boils down to not immediately picking up stuff and losing it in the mess that is your inventory, and instead having a good idea of exactly what's here, exactly what we can get. Also, definitely grab my Curare Dart before I forget. Whoopsie daisies. And let's see, this Robe of Willpower we could take just to do some fashion. And you know me, that is pretty much as important as having legitimately good things to switch to. So, leather armor, goodbye. Oh, I guess we could even try this out now. Hey, how we looking? Red. Red and gold is nice, don't get me wrong. But, rather be gold or Gandalf the White. One or the other. It's been working out well for us so far. Wand of Charming, can miss me, Wand of Cold, or Staff of Cold, I guess gives us resistance to cold, so that's kind of nice. Let's also try out this cloak real quick. I love green, but not that kind of green. It is hard to color match with different outfits. Oh, I accidentally picked up Wand of Charming. Let's switch that back into our white robe. Oh, that sounds bad. Let's not phrase it that way. Back into our eggshell robe is probably the better thing to say. Gross. And distract me with some lovely chat comments. It is even hotter trash with opportunity attacks as it punishes more if you waste a turn. Very true. Yeah, that is rough. But okie dokie. Let's, I think hop out of here. That was a very successful gauntlet. Fantastic. Creative distracting message goes here. Thank you, Will. I appreciate it. You're a gem. Everyone look. There's a distracting message in chat. But to be fair, I feel like I'd need a distraction a lot more if that was actually my opinion, but fortunately, we're just instead able to make light of what is actually a terrible lifestyle that many people do choose to take. It's another one of those situations where I really don't want people misunderstanding what was said. I think because I grew up with like so much film and television, I feel like I truly understand the dangers of misunderstandings, because the majority of plots in most movies and TV is just a simple misunderstanding that could have been solved with some clear and concise conversation, clarification. Always clarify, always ask for clarification. So important in life, but it's made me truly just paranoid of any potential issues in the future. As we find this incredible scale mail, it's a little bit heavy for us, but this strength modifier and int +7, oy vey. Stop my beating heart. That's awesome. That's incredible. In fact, let's take a peek at just how effective that is. I even forgot I got shafted. I was just at home there, just living the good life. But everything is at 1%. If I switch over to this armor, how we looking? Oh, baby. Nothing gets hurt even a little bit, and we gain a lot of stats. I like having the corrosive resistance. Maybe I'll keep that around just in case for the future, but oh me oh my, we might have our life set out for us, cut out nicely. Hello, my winged friend. Oh, sometimes you just gotta vibe along with the Polybridge soundtrack. When things are going this well, going this smoothly, I mean, until I inevitably get this character killed in mere moments here. Oh boy, are we living happy, sitting pretty, and feeling good. So let's continue on here real quick. And at the very least, finish off Lair before the end of the evening. Oh, and tuning in to the soundtrack for the perfect time. Beauty. Another +2 robe of willpower. Got a bit of a supply and demand issue going there. I feel like the manufacturer has gone a little bit ham on the robes of willpower. Probably needs to just back up a wee bit. Another cloak. Please don't be white. Oh no. Game, stop this. You're making me look like a truly horrible person. Which, I may be a horrible person, but not in that way. Oh geez, no. And hello, Snorg. You are slightly terrifying, but I think we have a chance. We have a shot. So let's just walk away from you and let the fulminant prisms do what they do best. Of course, or not. That's cool too. Oh, you're berserk now as well. How about that? Well, can I paralyze you? 37% is actually, I was about to say not bad. Have I found no blinking scrolls yet, you say? Huh, how about that? 20, 15 each. 50 total. And I actually have an okay AC. I may regret doing this. But 37... Okay, I regret doing this. I'm going to haste. Okay. Can I get away from this snake? At the very least, it's not going to hurt too badly, or at least it shouldn't, and I am hasted. So, you're saying there's a chance. Please don't put me... Okay, hold up. Before I walk into the dispersal trap, let's think for a moment. That's something I need to do a little bit more these days, especially on a character as promising as this. Hands off the keyboard, hands up. Keep them up there while we actually digest some of this information. If I'm feeling bold, I lignify. Gives us nice AC. In fact, let's check. Only 26. That's actually not as good as I expected, so maybe not. Could step into the teleport trap, and it's far more likely that we get shunted off this direction than into this little hallway. In fact, we'll only see these 4 squares with that step back, so it's extremely likely we end up back here. Tiny chance I end up next to Snorg and die, though. So that's too bad. Invisibility is an option, but I'd prefer not to resort to that. What else do we have? I guess IMB is something that we actually should have used a little bit earlier if I was thinking clearly. But this isn't bad. It's going to potentially kill the snake. Oh, and then you're going to step... Do you know what? That's actually not the end of the world. And then I step here. Oh, and then you're going to shuffle us again. Oh no, we're playing musical chairs. And it is truly terrifying. Snorg is severely wounded. I'm still hasted. And now you're slow. We've done it. Okay. Nice. That worked out well. I'm very happy with that result. I mean, probably slightly obvious due to the fact that we are still alive, and that's, you know, generally a good thing. Maybe a bit controversial of an opinion, but I would argue that staying alive is good. I mean, Bee Gees made an entire song about it, so how could it not be, right? Staying alive. But let's just keep it moving, shall we? Let's not pause too long on that awkward attempt at humor, and instead... Quick, more distracting messages. Save me. At least it's not something offensive this time, and instead is more silly, which is nice. And okay, so we get Snake. Bit less than ideal. I was hoping for something where poison wouldn't be an issue, or at least the amount of poison damage that we are generally trying to inflict on our foes wouldn't be so much of a problem, but it is what it is. As we get hit with a marked status as well. Wee bit brutal here, but we should actually mostly do okay. Cane Toad is heavily wounded, good. I mean, I don't like wishing ill towards anyone, but in this special case, we'll make an exception. Should also stop double tapping movements as we do those quick moves there. Not my brightest moment. Can I IMB you? I can. Get off my back, Nethack. You're not my real mom. And we will just, I guess, kind of continue fighting. This is surprisingly working. I'm ready to be proven wrong and feel like a fool for even suggesting such, but at this very moment, it's working. It's working. Holy moly. Okay, let's stop that. No more fist fighting with Nethack. Bad Torinski, bad. Instead, let's fight a Toidle. Let's see, LRD doesn't do great just because of your armor class, I'm assuming, so we should have almost definitely have poisoned you instead. That makes sense. Whoopsie daisies, and that's about it, I guess. Just run away. Kind of feels bad, man, but hey, if it works, it works. If it's morally gray and it works, then it works. Not something I ever want to apply to real life, but in a video game, I will stand by it. Otherwise, things are going quite fantastically. Should definitely IMB against an enraged polar bear. That's just common sense. Don't have to grow up in the north to... Oh my gosh, to have that knowledge. This is a beautiful ring we just found here. Holy moly. Resistance to electricity, poison, and fire. Vex +4, take it or leave it, but it's something. That's beautiful. Just for the resistances alone. I will take that. Then we can drop the Staff of Air. We are currently wearing 2 resist poison. Well, I guess if we don't have wizardry, how are our spells? Still good. Still good, you say. And does wizardry, it just affects failure rate, correct? 74, 37. 74, 37, it does. So we don't actually need that anymore. That's fantastic. Instead, I guess, get some positive energy going in our life. Never a bad idea. Always happy to stay positive. And absolutely fantastic. We could be petrified. Something that I probably should have given slightly more credence to, but never didn't have it, so ain't no thing. And a 4-headed Hydra with 17 AC on our end. Oh, but I didn't realize quite how low we were on magic. Whoopsie daisies. Excuse me a moment while I panic, my Hydra pal. Did you just random energy towards us and take a chomp? That's not cool, friend. We don't bite friends. We don't bite newcomers. Get me out, coach. Then just put me right back in. Because I do actually feel like we can handle this. Not the most confident words that I've ever spoken, but hey, it worked out, so we're doing fantastically. Let's just finish off the rest of the floor here real quick. Potentially even get some IMB. That was a bad IMB because it could have been a multi-target thing, but that's fine. And not too shabby. It's gonna take a feat, a classic feat from me to get myself killed here, because otherwise we are doing fantastic and in quite a solid position. But hey, wouldn't be the first, probably also not the last time that we threw it all away on a pair of snake eyes, which is my creative way of saying, just make a stupid mistake myself. I like to pretend that it's a luck-based thing by including dice rolls in the metaphor, but let's be honest with each other. Probably more so an issue on my end. Okie dokie, we see that we have shoals and snakes. Shoals should actually go fairly smoothly with the Ogleb's Toxic Radiance. That should be beautiful. Orc I'm looking forward to as well. Snake might be a little bit scary. At the very least, we have Fulminant Prism and 9B. 9B is so helpful in Snake for getting rid of Constriction, so you can just go upstairs. That actually would have saved one of our earlier Deep Elf characters that was doing quite well. That was actually the first, like, we can't lose because we have all the pieces to the puzzle run. Died in Snake, embarrassingly. So, could definitely do a little bit better this time around, just pushing off anything that's constricting us, running away upstairs. Always love to get utility tools that help us run for our freaking lives. But, alright. This is a pretty fantastic place, and this will be, unfortunately, where we leave it for the day. Gotta cut it here. Unfortunately, have a little bit more I need to do with the night, and I am absolutely exhausted today. So I definitely need to take a bit of a break. But had an extremely fun time today. And it's not just because of this good run, because we had an absolute nightmare of a start, losing tons of potentially promising candidates. Also Drizzt, who we don't talk about Drizzt. But otherwise, had a ball of a time. I hope you all enjoyed watching as well. Yeah, I'm always tempted to throw in a bunch of cliche things there, but I think we'll leave it at that. I just truly hope you had a wonderful time, because I appreciate each and every one of you, whether that be, you know, joining us along in chat here on Twitch, if you're just lurking in the background on this side of things, or if you're watching this later down the road on YouTube. Thank you all so much for the continued support on the series. I absolutely adore doing this, even when we're caught for over a month in the deep elf mines, struggling against our own natural instincts, still have one heck of a time. And so I thank you all very much so for allowing me to do this to a large degree, and for joining us on the wonderful ride that we call Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. But of course, since we are ending here at the moment, you know, let's get off that so we can appreciate our little figure here with a staff that came right out of Aladdin. That's definitely like Jafar's staff. It also looks kind of like the staff of the bad guy in Ella Enchanted. And that's a bit of a weird cut, but I'm going to leave it out there because I do love me my movies. Pretty much any movie. But, of course, on the Twitch side of things, let's take a quick peek to see who's available for a raid. Maybe even we'll have some DCSS play around on the website. It's always nice when the game picks up a little bit. We get to share it with even more lovely people. And in fact, happy I mentioned it because that very thing is in fact the case. So we'll be heading over to Raid Particle Face. Definitely join us for some more lovely DCSS content. I found that, yeah, we had some fun things in common when it came to the game itself last time that we raided in. Only they're actually good at the game, at least from what I saw yesterday, or not yesterday, last week. So definitely stick around to watch them play a little bit. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us on the wonderful ride. And I've high hopes for Pelf. I'm worried because of how high my hopes are getting. I'm playing Project Zomboid with my family right now, and I had a really promising character that survived just with an uncanny ability. Somehow situations that looked impossible to get out of in one piece, no problem. Did everything except get bit by a zombie, but got scratched, lacerated, all this stuff from zombies every which way. Nothing could touch me until last night. Oh boy, the trauma still sits with me today. But of course, we'll have a similar thing next week as we jump back in with Pelfier and hopefully can get by in one piece. Otherwise, definitely join us on Wednesday when we're jumping back into playing a little bit more Noita. Been having a lot of fun with that game as well. Definitely check it out, especially if you want to know more about the game, because I'm always happy to explain what we're doing, try and walk through some of the little bits and bobs as we go, which I know is a big part of the turnoff for that game. I know some people get thrown off by the fact that a lot of players are just fully integrated into the game, know all the systems, but hey, if you have any questions, come on by, join us for the ride, and hopefully have a good time as a group. But regardless of all that, we'll raid on over to Particle Face, and I do, of course, hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you out there, and I definitely hope to see you soon. I'll see ya.